Welcome, friends, to Hilo, Hawaii. Here, the rain and koki fall into rhythm and the island dances to the breath of its ancestors. But before we explore how we got here, let's rewind and retrace our steps back to Kona. If you missed our last video, the Kona side of the island is drier. It's the lava-covered side where Hawaii still feels raw and ancient. It's the west side of the island, the sunny volcanic coast. Driving between Kona and Hilo, you'll literally see the island change. Welcome to day 4. On this venture over to the east side of the island, which is also known as the Hilo side of the island, we decided to venture off of the highway and take an old highway where we were able to really be secluded, away from the crowds, away from any rushing traffic. And this old road provided scenery like none other. Scenery you would not have found on the highway. This was a quieter route, hidden from the world, the kind that feels almost forgotten by time. It just took about an hour and a half, and we saw wide country pastures to rolling hills, from tall eucalyptus trees to those lush green rainforests that seem to welcome you through a whisper. Our first stop was at Kaka Falls, just 11 miles north of Hilo. There's a short loop trail that takes you through lush rainforest and bamboo before revealing the incredible view.
After leaving the falls, we couldn't resist stopping at a roadside pineapple stand, the kind you only find in Hawaii, where the fruit tastes like sunshine.
And it was delicious. Sweet but tart.
Sweet but tangy.
That's sweet. After our pineapple stop, we stayed on the quiet stretch that feels honestly like Hawaii's own version of the road to Hana. The road kept winding through nothing but pure tropical green. It was pure paradise. Then we found a little hidden gem that you will not find on a map. It might be part of the Kawainui stream, known for its secret waterfalls. I don't know if I can go in there.
They're in there. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they're in there. Oh my We decided to venture into the waterfall, and it flowed into a pool surrounded by tropical plants. It felt untouched, like paradise, tucked quietly into the island's heart. If you decide to explore or slide down the rocks near the stream like I did, be careful. I ended up with a serious itchy rash that stung for a while. Just a gentle reminder that even here in paradise, nature sets the boundaries. We still don't know if this was a lava tube or mountain tunnel, but whatever it was pure adventure.
Water rushing down. Yeah. Ooh, in a lava tube.
Okay, so we want the 15-minute size? After visiting the Kawaiinui stream, we stopped at Ka'umana Caves, just about 10 minutes from downtown Hilo. Okay, guys, take our advice on this one. It gets very dark on the inside, pitch black. And there are a few sections that are also really tight to move through. It's very bumpy on your feet. So definitely wear tennis shoes or hiking shoes. Come prepared and bring a real flashlight. Using your cell phone flashlight is not going to be enough light for you. We tried it. It didn't work. We did have to cut this adventure short and turn back because we just were not fully prepared. But it was fun. What we did there was fun, but we just highly recommend coming prepared to this adventure.
A minute. 50 years old? No.
You got it. Oh, the ground's kind of brownish red. It was finally time to check in, and I am so excited to tell you where we all stayed. Nestled in the hilltops, just about 5 minutes from Hilo. It was honestly like the Garden of Eden. I don't know how else to explain it. The cottage sat beside Kekala Falls, which was surrounded by tropical plants, fruit trees, and a river that ran straight to the property. It's part of the Mauna Kea Cloud Forest Biopreserve. So everything feels alive and untouched. There were trails, there were gardens, there were even friendly goats nearby. The whole thing was peaceful. It was private, completely unforgettable. It was like staying in our own little corner of paradise. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, you could hear the koki at night, which are the frogs. You were a part of nature. And in the evenings, oh my gosh, I have never seen as many stars in my life as I did here. We want to take this moment and thank you for watching this video. If you loved this glimpse into our journey, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because we've got many more stories to share. This space, this is our love language. Hawaii is our love language. Aloha! Welcome to our last day here on Hilo, Hawaii. We bring you with us to enjoy in this adventure on this lava rock. While there's still so much to explore in Hilo, and our future videos have interviews with the locals, today was all about exploring the beaches. We started our morning at Carl Smith Beach Park, one of Hilo's best known. It's just a few minutes from town. It's a favorite for both locals and visitors because of its calm, crystal clear lagoons. The water here, guys, it's like anything we've ever seen before. And we've never experienced water so clear on any Hawaiian island. And even though Carl Smith Beach is a popular spot, it didn't feel crowded at all. It still felt like our own little tropical paradise. This was my favorite place to swim and take in the beauty of this island. It was like living a dream. If you're headed to the island, this beach is a definite must-do. While we were there, we met a newly retired couple, and here's what they told us. They said it was their 5th time in the water that day to go snorkeling. What a life! I guess retirement doesn't mean the journey ends, right? It means the map is finally opened. It means that retirement isn't about slowing down. It's about finally having time to live the life that you've always dreamed of. It's a new rhythm, like a quieter hula that the heart's been waiting to dance. Let's get back in the Jeep and let's go. About 10 minutes north of Hilo is Onomea Trails, tucked near Hawaii Tropical Botanical Garden. While this garden has an entrance fee, the actual trail itself is free, and honestly, the views are just as breathtaking. There is deep blue water, rugged cliffs, and that wild, untouched beauty that feels straight out of a movie. The trail is short and it's just about a half mile each way. It's easy enough for everyone to enjoy.
Oh, this looks beautiful down here.
Ouch.
Oh, shit, are you okay? Were you recording?
Yeah.
I almost did the same thing.
And then he's like, ouch. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to miss Steph. And then I missed.
So we both fell to the end.
It's not in our slippers.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hey. Hold on.
As we headed back to sadly pack our bags, we just cruised and do what we love doing. And we met a local who gave us some of his dragon
I've
fruit.
grown them, but I never ate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
After our conversation, which you'll hear in a future video when we meet the locals, we tried the dragon fruit. And let's just say it was yummy goodness. I've never had dragon fruit before. This is so tasty and good. The ocean seemed to sprinkle us with kisses as its way of saying aloha, and mahalo for the reverence that we carry through our journey. We look forward to having you join us on our next 2 episodes when we visit with the locals and for budget-friendly tips. Until then, mahalo for joining us.
Aloha.
I couldn't help but think back to the opening of our journey of the ancient hula. Every step, every sway, every place we visited felt like part of that same dance. The island's way of teaching rhythm through rain, movement through mountains, and grace through gratitude. Hawaii doesn't show you beauty, it moves with you. And when you leave, its song stays.